So I think getting over your first love is really difficult because, you know, you just think, how am I ever going to feel that way again with anybody else? And it's never going to be like that. And it can take a while to think that you can really have a second chance at love. And the first time that I was getting over my first love, I was about 25 and was kind of just, you know, finally ready to kind of move on. At about the same time, my best friend's mom was graduating from a doctoral program at Penn right down the street. So I was invited to the graduation and then to this dinner party that she was having afterwards. So I went to the dinner at La Viola, which is an Italian restaurant in Rittenhouse Square. Anyone ever been? Yay? Cool. Okay, great. Oh, great. Okay. So La Viola, we're there, I'm all dressed up, I'm feeling really great because Simona, that's my friend's mom, she's a really dynamic, interesting person, and those kind of people always have a really great cast of characters, you know, around the table when they have a party. So there is a great group of characters there. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling like I'm ready to get out there and move on and meet new men, and this is like my new cheering squad. There's Connor, first one. Connor is a gentleman and a scholar. He has very clear diction, he has a ponytail. And he's telling me about how he meets girls and how they react to the fact that he doesn't have a bed. He doesn't have a bed because he can't afford one, or because people haven't offered him one when they're getting rid of one. He just doesn't want to have one. Why do I need to be comfortable when I'm unconscious? If I'm conscious, I'll sit on the couch and watch a movie or use my laptop, but when I'm sleeping, I don't need to be comfortable. So it really is quite a trick with the women because, you know, what do you mean you don't have a bed? Oh, come on, prove it. Prove it. I've got to see that. So then there's Jimmy, and Jimmy is a cupcake designer, and he's super hip, and he's talking about his past boys and my past boy, and boys, and men, and I'm going to be fabulous, and I'm going to get out there, and, you know, great. And then there's Tara, and she is a fashion boutique owner, and she just has an aura, and I just know, like, she's been sent from God. She's telling me so many things. She's talking about her recent breakup. She's saying, people are either weeds or flowers in your garden, and the worst are weeds that look like flowers. And I'm pulling out my notebook and writing it all down like it's a message. And I am re-energized. I'm going to seize the moon, so I'm feeling good. And then I noticed this busboy at the back of the restaurant. And I can't really see him that well, but I can see that he like looks kind of cute, and he has dark hair, and he's got to be Italian, and I'm Italian. So, you know. Yeah, Italian, yeah. So, you know, like, we like our own kind. You know, it's like an extra thing, because you know your mom's gonna like get someone, oh, like, he's Italian, it's kind of cute. And I'm like, hey guys, look at that guy. And they're all cheering for me. So they're like, yeah, look at him. And Jimmy's like, oh, he looks kind of young. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm 25. He looks about 23 or 24. Like, that's fine. I can go out with a younger guy, right? And Johnny's like, yeah, you have a youthful spirit. And Tara's like, yeah, it's like you are a strong woman and a youthful man can support you. And Connor's like, that meathead. What do you see in him? He's swigging back his wine. So I'm like, no, should I give him my number? And we're all like talking about it and getting giggly and getting excited. And I still can't really see this guy, you know, very well. He does like cross the room once, and like I try to look, just kind of get a glance from the back. And then, you know, everyone's kind of getting pumped up except for Connor, who's like drinking the wine. It's like he's a Neanderthal. But Jimmy is all for it. So Jimmy's like, give me the number, I'll run it over to the hostess, and then she can give it to him. It's great. So we do it. So we get the check, and then I've never done this before. I've never written my number down like on a check and given it to a waiter. So I'm getting a rush, and I write down my number, and I write call me and my name, and then Jimmy runs over and gives it to the host, and she looks at it, and then like all the wait staff kind of like gather around the thing, and then the busboy, who I still like, I'm not looking, so I still don't get to look at him. He like comes up, and they're like elbowing him and like smiling and everything, and it's like a middle school when you're like sending a friend over to ask a friend to dance with a friend for Celine Dion's It's All Coming Back to Me Now, which is so weird when you're 13, that song, it's crazy. But anyway, that's how it feels. We're giggling, they're giggling, and then Jimmy says, oh, he went out front, so the busboy went out front with my number, and it's time for us to go. So we get up, and I'm like, okay, here we go, and I'm walking outside, and there he is, in his black and white uniform, holding my number, and there he is on the front step, and then I see his face. I really, really see his face. My stomach just drops. But it's like when you're on an airplane in the sky and there's nowhere to go because I'm there and he's there and I reach him And I say, hi, I'm Martha. And he goes, I'm Tim. I'm 15. So what can you do really? What can you really do? What can you really do to save face? Except be like, oh, you look older, it's a compliment, and turn and run down the street as fast as my heels can go. And the whole wait staff is bursting out laughing at the door, and Connor catches up with me. He's like, what do you say? What do you say? I'm like, he's 15 and I don't stop running. Tim from Laviola, you are probably legal by now, or maybe like in college, I don't know. You could be anywhere in the city. You might even be here tonight. And I have something to say. First, it was an accident. Second, even though you were a hair shy past puberty, you somehow motivated me to take a second chance at love, so thank you. And third, I would like you to pass on a general apology to the family establishment at Laviola for my never having set foot in your restaurant again. Thank you.